Hey, Becky, we're back, and today we're here with the new series I'm going to be doing. I'm starting. This is going to be the BFBB BFBB slash movie game modding tutorial series. So I'm going to be doing modding tutorials for both BFBB and movie game. Technically, it's going to be a lot of BFBB because it's the same stuff for both. But I will be covering a bit of movie here and there. But I know I like modding movie more, like I've said, because of the enemies and the... you can use, like, a lot of different things like that. So, yeah, like that like the movie game, you can take you can take the models from Scooby-Doo Never Hundred Frights, and that's supposed you can do a lot more fun stuff with that game, and they actually display better in movie game because you have a tool. We're gonna get into. We're gonna be covering. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do stuff like that too. That's covered, but yeah, that's been covered by Pubuster's Archive, and the other person that mods this game that does mod tools is Tech Z, and also the Igor C Boss 4. So I'm not crediting. But I'm going to make videos too for this because I want to make videos for this too since I've been modding this game for a couple of years now. None of my mods are available yet because I'm the kind of person, I'm still working on all of them, but you know it will be out at some point. But okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to mod this. So this is going to be a series I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be doing how to change character, how to make missions, how to move items, replace items, make enemies, a bunch of stuff, and then I'm gonna start showing you guys how to switch characters, how to bring characters from the Ever Heavy Iron games, from a Never Heavy Iron game to another Heavy Iron game, like stuff like how to bring Scooby-Doo characters to the movie game, how to bring BFBB some of the BFBB characters to the movie game. It's movie game. A lot of that stuff. So I'm going to be starting to cover this tutorial. So, alright, so let's get into this. So, what we're going to do in this... First of all, you're going to need a couple things for this. You need Dolphin Emulator, the development version, which is always available. Stable build, no. You need development version because you can't go to the Cure, and you need this... What you have to do is... You need to make a copy of your game and extract all the files of the game. I've already done it for this video because I don't want to... I've already done it, but I'll show you. You right-click... Wow, I'm already going too fast because I know how to do this stuff. That's the problem. Like, I'm already going too fast there. That's not good. Go here. Whoops. I'm already going to... I always say I won't go fast until you've done it yourself because You always don't think that you're go fast with videos. When you watch other people do tutorials, like it's like some people go too fast. Like I watched a person that mods hitting one. They go so damn fast. It's hard to keep. I went to okay. So you go there, right click the game, and then go to the little arrow here. Go here, and right click the disk image, and go to extract entire disk. And it will put it... I put it in my music folder, honestly, because it's just quicker for me to get to it. Because I have a shit ton of ISOs and mods and programs, emulators. This computer is an absolute mess. This is my older computer. Windows 11 I have on this one. Windows 10 is my new one because I don't know why I like Windows 10 better. I'll still prefer Windows 10, but this is my older computer, so it's got a crap ton of stuff on there. So, but you just make a folder. I call it BFBB Modding 1. I think I will have a folder called this, so I just named it 1. And then it will extract all the files for this game to run into it. And then you're going to have all the files here, plus your sys file, which opens the game. And these are your files of BFBB. These are all the files that are for the game. But we'll get into that. So... Once you put them in a folder, you can now run the copy game. You can now run it, but I'm not going to yet. But I don't put my copy games on here. Honestly, I don't want to. I just put them here. I just go into the open because I don't want three or four BFBBs on the list. I just don't like looking at it. It just looks weird. Yeah, I got a couple of these games too. Here, I got a couple of these, but that's okay. But I have a lot of mods. My computer will have like 5 or 6 or 8 of these. Plus mods I downloaded from other people. So I don't want like 8 BFBBs on the list. It just looks ugly. So you can, if you want it on the list, you just go to the properties and do it like that. But I want to get into the actual modding right now, honestly. But no, you don't go there. You go to config. You go to config. You go to here. Go to here and click this paths, and you can add your paths to it. All your games, and I have a lot of games. Yeah, so. Okay, the next thing you're gonna need is once you have Dolphin, you need Dolphin, and you need a couple things to get Dolphin to run. You need 7 Microsoft Visual C++ or whatever it's called. It might ask you to install it, but Dolphin's website has a link to it, so you need to download Microsoft 7 C++ something, and it's when it's 2019 20 or less. It's one of those ones. It's on the Dolphin website. It's on the Dolphin website. And you're going to also need Industrial Park from GitHub. Now, sadly, there's been no updates. There's been literally no updates for this program, I don't know how long. I think it's finished development. If it unless this page is out of date, is there never website? I don't know. If you guys can let me know down below if there is a new download link for this, because there's been none for this website. I haven't seen. This is the last update. We haven't had an update in like forever. Maybe it's finally finished. Maybe it's finally finished development. I really hope not though, because I like seeing this program add more features. But they could add more editor files. They gotta fix the editor files though. Honestly, the editor files don't work for movie game. I'm gonna make another video talking about that, because you guys can't mod movie game right now. Some of this stuff isn't gonna work for you guys if you download Industrial Park these days. Because the editor, unless somebody wants to be nice enough to help, somebody wants to go out of the way to make movie game editor files for enemies. Like if somebody wants to be helpful and actually fix and actually release a better, actually help, because they don't work. They don't actually work for you. So they need to fix these. So pick the one you want. Personally, I used to use the one I used to use all the time that I'm most familiar with. I'm not kidding you. For the longest time, I've always used this one. I'm not, yeah. For the longest time, I've always used this one, 1.52, because I grew up, I started using this, in TechZ, was making one of the tools, he was using one of these builds. So it looked different, so I had to download a build that was similar to the one he was showing in the tutorial video. So I got this one, but I'm recently using the newer one. But you're gonna find there's problems with it. Some versions, there's always some bugs. So this version right here, I found it recently. It works really well, honestly. This version, except for the fact that it alters your game a bit when you finish modding. If you load a save file, it might not run well. It might crash, yeah. Then this older build it alters the game a little bit. It even alters some glitches. It makes the game act not like the normal game. Yeah, I don't like that version anymore. It kind of it kind of alters your game a little bit for no reason. Not the mod, but the game itself. It might alter the glitches in the game, or I don't know how to explain it. It just does. Yeah, this version had a bug where you couldn't copy and paste things. So I think this is the one that had that problem. You couldn't copy and paste things in the links. But we're going to cover that in the tutorial series. So the one I use is the latest one. I just use the latest. I use. This one. 1.79 is the one I normally use now. Yes, I have tried this new one. I think I found a bug with this at one point. I don't know. Maybe I'm not mistaken of this, but I mostly just use this one right here. So you get this one. I mean, this is okay. So I'm going to tell you what's one. It's probably a good idea to do that actually before I make videos on Monitor series, is to show you the guys the one I'm using. For you can use the same one. For things don't look weird. Yeah, you get this one because in my tutorial series I'm using this one, 1.79. Version 0. 179. I'm using this one. So that's the one we're using right now. So just type in Industrial Park on your Google browser. Industrial Park. That's it. And you go to GitHub, and it's this one right here. Okay, so download that, and you need 7-zip to run this, to run the program. So, and there's no installer. This program doesn't even have an installer, so you can just straight up open it and start using it, which is nice. So you can even download 2 different versions of the program. You can actually download a couple of different versions and still use the ever one. I have done that. I have 2 versions. I have 1.52, and I do have this one. I also have version 30 because of the Duplicatron late glitch, but honestly, version 30 is too old. There's too many problems with it other than, I'm not going to use it most, just use Duplicatrons without the light bug. Honestly, Duplicatrons work well without, I just don't know why they make them harder to use. That's the only gripe I have. They make them a little bit less, the older versions, you can just plop them in. But we'll explain that, I'll explain that as we get to it. So, download this one if you want in this video, or get whatever one you want. But the total series I'm making would be this one. So, this is what I'm going to be using for the videos, okay? So, get that one, and you need 7-zip. 7-zip, you just type in 7-zip in Google browser, and click whatever is on your computer. If you're on Windows 11, 10, get 64-bit, whatever. That's the one I use. And then you can open these files. And you also need BFBB. Yeah, imagine you do need the GameCube version. We're going to be using the GameCube version of BFBB only. I don't have the Xbox emulator at this point in time. And I'm going to have to get that. But at this point in time, we're only going to be modding the GameCube version. So I don't have access to the Xbox emulator right now. Or, yeah. I have the game, though. I downloaded it on my site I use. But I can't give you that, so sorry about that. I mean, I guess I could, though. Well, I don't know. I probably... actually... yeah, no, I don't think we will. You probably know how to get the games, so now we're going to cover how to use the program now, so... Alright, so this is Industrial Park. I opened it. Open the application. It says Industrial Park. If you have file extensions not hidden, it will say Industrial Park exe, or it just says Industrial Park. And you're going to open it up. You're going to get this blue window. And you can make it bigger with this. Open that, and then you're going to have to grab your game files, your copy game files, not your normal disk image of the game. So go to your files and go to here. And here's all the files of the game. These are hip and hop files. Now, Industrial Park does have an option to make the files have these icons so you can just open them, but honestly, it's not really... You can't open them normally, 2 at the same time. You can only... I don't really... But I like to have I like the icons of... I like to... And, well, actually, you do need these on to look at some stuff later in the Toll series, so... But if you want to open, editor files themselves, you need these icons to be there. If you don't... you have to... It's somewhere here. It's I don't know, tools or associate hip and hop files, it's called, or something. It's something in here. It's in here. I don't remember where it is, but it's in there. It's use Industrial Park associate hip and hop files. I want to get to the modding of the game though, really. So, but yeah, you can make the icons. There's something. It's in here. Associate hip and hop files, or maybe it's in options. Wait, I can stand. I'm not using the stupid tripod anymore, so. Yeah, here. Hip and hop files. Check this, and then all the icons. You get the icons on the hip and hop files. The golden spatula. That's how you get that. That's how you do that. So if you're gonna wonder why my game has icons and yours doesn't, yeah, you need that on. So and you can do it like that. So these are called hip and hop files. Now you guys probably know this by now, but the people that I talk about hip and hop files a lot. The people that haven't modded this game, but these are the files that run the game. Also, so what I'm saying, these files, not all of them are useful. These are junk. A lot of these don't do much, but sb.ini is a very useful file. We'll cover that in a little bit. But there's a file here. These files don't do shit. These don't do anything. You can probably even get rid of them. They don't matter. Some of them. But honestly, I don't want to delete files that are even here. I'd rather not do that. Honestly, come on, really. Just in case it destroy. I'd rather just keep everything here, just in case. I mean, but and this is boot.hip. This is a global file, and this is what SpongeBob. This holds SpongeBob stuff. Some of this, I don't know, everything in there. It's got the spatulas, the socks. It's got a lot of stuff like that. It doesn't have everything. Like shiny objects are in a different file, but it's got a couple of things in there. It's basically, yeah, this is global file. So anything that goes into this file will always be read. So honestly, if you were to put enemies in this file, I don't know, can you put enemies in this file so they always work? I don't think so, because then you can't add them to. I don't know, honestly. I never thought of that, though. I'll have to try that at some point. That way you don't have to keep adding them all the time. I don't know. No one's done that, so I'm sure it's going to break, but I'll give it a try. But, okay, so let's see. What level I'm gonna use the total series for? Everyone, I think Jellyfish Fields, honestly. I just feel like doing that. I don't know why. Or we can use Downtown. I think Jellyfish Fields is a good one, honestly, because it's a very open area to show you this. There's a lot to cover in this whole series, though. So So I'm looking forward to this. So these are the hip and hop files, and how you open them. What you do is you drag them in. You highlight it and you drag them in, and then it's gonna open up this mess. But I'll show you how to use it. Drag the hop in. And it's going to take a little time to open, a little ages, but there we go. Now we can just minimize these. You can also open up another file, but honestly, I don't like opening it. Wait, I'll explain why I don't. Right now I don't. So, okay, here you're going to get this mess. So, to move around, well, before you want, okay, I'm going to show you, I'm not going to tell you how to move around just yet, but this is what the level looks like when you first open it. You get this mess that's just a bunch of circles, and if you don't, it's just a mess. Now you won't be able to see what hell you're doing with all this crap on. So your best method is to turn it off. So these are, if you wonder what this stuff is, these circles, these blue circles are triggers, and these red circles are like the sound effects or SFX or whatever, and these little squares here are like shiny objects in the sock right here in the lake. So, but okay, so you go to here. And then you can turn this stuff off. So you go here, and then go to there, and then you can turn off the triggers right here. So just see it's checked, uncheck it. So now the triggers are turned off. Now turn off the SFX, and then turn off. There's a thing for move points. These are the purple circles. These purple circles are the move points, and what move points are is what make the robots move around. So we can turn this off. And now you can actually see what you're doing, so that works. So to move around, you use WASD on your keyboard. W to move forward, S to move backwards, A to move left, and D to move right. That was F. D to move right. There we go. What is F? That F does this. Okay. And then if you hold Shift, and then you can go up like this. And then hold Shift and press W to go up. Hold Shift plus S to go down. And Now hold the Control button and press S to look down. So Control S to look down. Control W to look up. So look, Control S lets you look, so that way you can put things on the ground. So I like to have it like this, so I can actually, like now you can move. Now use Control W to move forward, I guess. And you have to kind of do this to move forward like this, because you can use the mouse triggers. I don't know. I don't use those too much, but I usually just use that stuff. But so now you can see the level like this. So now you can place things down and look at them. So here's Jellyfish Fields. So gotta find an enemy. Here's the hammer. So I'm going to go to move points and show you what the move point... just show you what this looks like. Tutorial video 1's going to be explaining how this program works a little bit before we get into... So, I'm going to turn on the move points. Wait, why doesn't it... What? Why is the move point way over... Okay, I don't know what that's all about. Whatever. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is a move point. This is the big... This is where they move around. So if you go to... Move point preview, you can see them move. And they follow these... They go around this... This bubble is huge, but he moves around this... And if you go in this bubble is where they notice you. And if you leave the bubble, they stop noticing you. You can make them... You can make it bigger or smaller. I'll cover that later, but that's how it works. So... No, yeah, so there's anything here that's in the level already, but you can add things. But with video 2, more as we go along, we're going to start having some fun with that. So, I haven't used clams yet. I have not used clams yet. I'm starting to use, we're going to show you guys in the next couple of videos how to use warps, how to go places. Like, how to, yeah, that's going to be cool. That would be like video 3 or 4, I don't know. I'm going to slowly go into these series, guys. I'm slowly going into this series. I'm not going to jump into, we're going to slowly get into this. So everybody can, that's how I'm going to do this, so. Okay. So now I'm going to show, okay. So go here. And you have the thing for you have the hip and hop files right here. Okay, so I'll explain this the best I can. So the hip file, this is the hip file. The hip file is what they make. Well, you can put stuff in any order for most things, but robots you can't. Yeah, the sound effects need to go in the hop file. If you put them in the hip file, the game just goes nuts. But I made a video on that. All the audio gets all weird, but. Some things you can get away with in the opposite file, and some things you can't. That's what I mean. But basically, how the game was made was the level things you place and play with to make your levels and stuff go in the hip file. The things you place down, the tikis and your missions and gates and checkpoints and NPCs go in the hip file. And the things needed to make the enemy run, like the models and the textures and everything to make it run, it goes in the hop file. It goes in this. It goes in the hop file. Now I'll show you what this looks like. So the hop file has stuff. So you go here, and there's layers. They're called, but see, there's a layer for textures. There's 3 texture layers, and then there's the BSP layers. I mean. This is what BSP means is the level model. The model like the grass, and that's what it is. Not the water. That's the you can get hurt, and that's like an item, whatever you call it, asset, whatever. JSP, and then that's the level something with the BSP, and the models, and then that's for the enemy. That's for the stuff that and then there's the animations for the thing. Yeah, animations. Default is where you place stuff in. Well, that's the hip file. This is a default. Yeah. That one I don't... sound. And then sound info, I think. Yeah, sound info is what... You need this because if you don't have this, the sounds won't be info for... It won't recognize the sounds white. That's kind of how it works. That's kind of how it works. But, so, okay. I'm going to go back to the hip file, and I'm going to open up a new one. I'm going to go to add layer. So this is the layer, default layer. It's got, let's see how much it has in it. Holy crap, how much stuff is in the level? 7 and 8, holy crap, dude. That's a lot of stuff, but you can add your stuff to the main thing, or you can just add a new layer and put stuff in. So that way you can look at... You don't have to scroll through a big list of stuff. Like this huge list. The more you add to your level, the more stuff will show up on your list here. like this in default layer. Like there's stuff in here. Like there's the text. You talk to people. Triggers, timers, talk box, task box, SFX, NPCs, all this stuff. If this is because that's just already in the level. When you add your own layer, you won't have any of this until you add it. So I'm gonna click add new layer. This is gonna add a default layer, but you can add. So you can also choose what you want it to add by going into here. You click add, then you can pick a layer you want. Then you click, then it will show up, and the order does matter. You have to have it like this. It has to be like this. Textures first. BSP. If you have BSP layers, you don't need. If you have them, you need them here. Then you have to have the models there. Then the animation has to be below the model. Then the default layer below that. And then, yeah, it has to look like this, guys. You have to make sure it looks like this. I'll do, if you guys, it has to look like this. If it doesn't look like this, it's not gonna work properly. And here's the problem, guys. This new Industrial Park actually has a bug. If you import enemies, which you see in the video 2 of free, it's gonna put stuff in the wrong spot. You have to manually put them in the right order. It will give you all the layers, but it will put models in the texture area. Put textures. Yeah, it puts them in the wrong. The order does actually matter. Yep, it does. This new Industrial Park, even the newest version, guys, the newest version still has that bug. So Igor, if you watch this, yeah, there's a bug when you import enemies from BFBB. It will put the texture layer kind of here sometimes, and the model layer it will put. Yeah, it does. It puts them in the wrong. You can manually move them up here, so it's not really a big problem. Up, down. You can move them, these two arrows here. So that works. So now I'm gonna click add layer, add. So that this is gonna add a default layer because it adds default automatically. So now we have a look here. There's a new layer added which says default 0. This is the new one we added. So now you can add stuff, and you can look at your stuff only. Your stuff only. It won't have the other stuff. So it won't see. Click this. There's nothing here. Just at all. That's because nothing's here yet. But if you go back to the original game, I'm going to click on a normal default layer. All this, you got all this stuff here. So whatever you add, like if you add NPC, you're going to NPC layer here. That's how it works. So that's how this works. So I'm going to go down to this. All right. So you got that. So okay, so to move things, you need to turn this on template focus. If this is not enabled, you can't actually add. You can't add things. So turn that on. So, okay, so now I'm gonna start to play. Now we can play around with things a little bit. So, how to move items in this? How do you move items in this? Well, okay, I'm gonna cover how to. Yeah, click on this, and what you do is you get these arrows. You get up. This green arrow makes it go. Yeah, it goes up, then this goes this, yeah, right, yeah. You can move it, like, all around, so I'll show you. So I'm going to move this tiki a bit, move it over. I'm going to put it, I don't know. And it will put it in the ground. I think it's in the, I don't know. Sometimes you move, if you drag an item, it somehow drags it through the ground slightly. I don't know why that happens. It's really weird. Maybe it does. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. No, it didn't do it that time. Just put it, like, lonely, like, right here. Right there. So when I go in the game, you'll see it in a different spot. So that's how that works. So, now... Okay. I said we're gonna cover. I'm not covering advanced stuff yet. We're going into this just like everyone else, Tekken and everybody else that's done a tutorial series on this. I'm starting off with little things. So these are bells, and you can use these for mods. So I'm gonna show you guys how to take models from different levels too. I'm not gonna cover how to import enemies and shit over. I don't want to get into that. There's so much shit, a shit ton of stuff with them, and I don't. Still, I always miss like. There's certain things I miss sometimes with those because there's a shit ton of files. I know you need the models. I know you need the texture. I know you need the animations. I know you need the just certain things I understand, like the dyna. And there's a lot of things I understand with enemies, but there's some things I don't. Luckily, we have other files for BFBB and Movie and Scooby, and no, Credibles won't come with enemies files. But Movie Game doesn't. The other files don't work right now, like I've said. Okay, fine. What do I want to use? Okay, we'll just do this again like he did his. Okay, so I'm gonna clone items. Okay, I'm gonna clone things. So what you do? How to clone some? Oh, right. This is the we're back to our we need to go back to our default layer. Right. Okay, how am I gonna do this? So okay, I'm gonna click on set. I'm gonna copy this, and then I'm gonna click copy. Go to default layer, and so what you do is you right click off just on your screen here. Click this. There's a thing for templates. Like there's Bikini Bottom, the enemies and all this stuff. There's the movie game stuff, Scooby Doo, Never Heard of Fright stuff, Incredibles, and all that stuff. So we're playing Bikini Bottom. So there's a thing here. Where is it? No. Here, not temp. Paste clipboard. Click that. So now what you have to do now whatever you copied will be pasted. So now I copied this, so I can now paste it. And how you paste your copy is you go to anywhere you want, and you press shift, and you press right click on your mouse. You keep your mouse. So hold shift and press right click. That's how you do this. And put it there for some reason, but there we go, it's there. Now that it's in my default layer. I hope it didn't bug out, but so now what you guys can do is clone items. So I'm gonna make a little pattern. Just I don't know how high that's gonna be. Honestly, I have no clue. Okay. Now you can click duplicate. So if you click duplicate, this option right here, duplicate, it's a lot quicker. You don't have to shift and stuff. Just press this, and then you move with the arrow, and you can see it makes a second one. It like gives a clone. It clones it. So now you can just make more of them. So we're gonna make quite a few of these. We're also gonna raise it up. I think these have a good balance to them, so I don't think I need to. I don't know. Okay, if you click and you can't move, sometimes it wants you to click the bar up here, then you can start moving again. Sometimes it does that. I don't know why, but that's what I do. Can make a couple more. And like that. Okay. So you have a couple items. So these are, yeah, so you just place them and you can duplicate them and you keep doing them, keep putting more. Yeah, so we can also, now we can actually put a sock down or something, or for, let's say you get across this, you can get a sock. There's already a sock over here, but we can just add a sock to here. So I'm gonna add a sock. So what you do is, this is why I don't turn on the boot.hip. I'll explain that in a second, but so so go to BFBB again, right click, go to BFBB and go to here, pick up, and yeah, and go to See, spatula and sock. Click the sock. Shift right click. And there's your sock. We can't see if it's on the thing or not. It's really hard to tell with this sometimes. No. Are we actually going up or are we going forward? Sometimes I really can't tell. This thing. I don't know how high that's gonna be, but there, the sock's there. See, this is why I don't turn on the boot to hip, because I can actually, it's easier to see it's easier to move the cubes rather than shiny objects. It's hard to see because they're like almost like 2D. So socks are not 2D, but I like the squares. It's easier to see them, honestly. But I'll show you what boot to hip does do in a second. I'll show you what boot to hip does do if you put it in. You don't need to have it in here. If you save and go in the game, it won't crash. This file does not need to be in the editor to save. Just, you don't need to do that. Thankfully. I thought you needed to back in the day. I'm like, I did it just in case. But no, you don't need to do that. You don't have to. So there's sock. I want to do anything else I want to do right now. Let's see. It feels pretty... I'm looking forward to showing you guys how to import enemies and stuff. And making enemies, and I'm gonna... But... Okay, we'll do some... Maybe we'll add some tikis. Okay, we gotta add some stuff. So, I'm gonna add some tikis to here. So... Okay, so... Oh yeah, we might as well explain this. So now you see it added... my default layer now... has 1... has 11 things in it. Because we added all those bouncy things and we added a sock. So now we go to here, it says pickup. Because we added a pickup. So now we have these two. We have the pickup, we got all the stuff, all the bouncy leaf things, and we have the sock right here. Which is called pickup. Spatula is called pickup too. We can also put a spatula down maybe, if we want. I don't know. Okay. What do I... Yeah, okay, what do I want to use? There's a bill. This bill is not invisible, I think, by default. I'll show you how to... Okay, we can cover some other stuff, too. So, I'm gonna copy this. What's the highest one? It's this one. Go back to our default and just click on our layer and it'll go right back to our layer. Click on your item, it goes back to your layer. You don't have to manually go in it like that. If you click on the item you placed, it goes back to your layer. You gotta make sure that you don't put default stuff in the textures layer. You need to put your items and things you want to use in your level default layer. If you accidentally add something to the wrong layer, your game will definitely crash. So it's a very easy thing to make a mistake of. It's very easy to make that mistake if you're watching. Back in the day, I sometimes would do that, but... Yeah, you be careful. Just be careful of that. So now you can place it down. Is it going to place it on top of this? Is it going to place it? I don't know. Sometimes it's weird like that. So paste the clipboard. It's because I went to a template, so now it's going to be disabled. So go to paste clipboard again and place it down. I did copy it, so it should work. There's our bill. And it's in. That's the best way to know if your item's on top of something is to pull it inside. There's no grid, so that's how I do it. That way I know it's So there we go. It's on top. So I'm gonna try to put this. Yeah, it's a floating barrel, and you're gonna have to jump on this and then get a spatula. I don't know how high this is gonna be. That might be too high. I honestly don't know if it's too high or not. But I'm going to show you guys how to make things invisible. I'm going to make a lot of the Total series. We're going to be going as we go along. So, yeah, that's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to slowly get into this stuff. So, yep. I hope you guys enjoy this series I'm working on. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Now I can actually record this stuff because I actually have a friggin'... I don't have to use the tripod anymore. And I can actually... Because I can look at the screen. I can actually look at what I'm doing. I don't have that in my way. So, it's very nice. So, very good for me. This Model Total series was gonna come out a year ago, if I could just do this. So, I clicked the spatula. I went on the spatula. I just did there. I was going a little faster. Shit. Yeah, that's the thing. Like you know, I know this stuff. So I did click on the spatula there. I went to right click. I went on the spatula. Then you want to right click and paste it down. So click on make sure we're on the right one. There we go. Click on and then click off like this, or you can click. Now, if you click off, sometimes it only moves, so you can click on here the top part too. Because if I try to move, watch this. If I do this, and I press A, it won't let me move. You can't see my keyboard, but I can't move. I have to click. Just click the window, the white Windows bar up here, then you can move. I don't know how to do that. I don't know why it does that. Anyway, so I'm gonna place the thing down. Spatula. It's gonna say spatula 01. You can actually rename your items too. You can actually rename them to different things if you wanted to. You can go to the header. It's called right here. Edit header. So click on your object. Click on your object right here. Go to edit header right here, and you can change. This is the asset ID or something. You can use this. You're gonna be using this a lot for character swapping. So different things. I'll explain that. But this is the name of it. This is the name of it. So you guys can change the name of it to whatever you want. You can name it something else. I'm not gonna do it right now, but you can just rename it anything. I can rename it like ass if I want to. Like I can name it anything. So it's not. Yeah, you can rename your object in there. So. There you go. Now the spatula is on top of there, and yeah, so a little thing we did there. Let's see if this little challenge worked. So what you do is so now what you do is make sure once you've all done, you want to save your stuff. So you go to your HIP file, click the file, click can you stay open please? Thank you. And click save. Wait, there's a shortcut key. Wait, there is. I didn't notice that. Okay, I guess there is. I just click S just to be safe. I just like doing that. You can also just close it. People do that too. You just close it and hit save. But I'm keeping this open because I want to. I'm gonna keep this open right now because I'm gonna be recording part 2 like literally like right after this. Okay, I'm recording part 2 right after this. So I don't know if I'm gonna put part 2 on today. Yes, I'm going to put part 2 on today. And then the next day or two, whatever, next week or next... This is going to be a series, guys, so I'm not going to be covering every day of this. I'm going to be doing this over time. We're going to be adding more to the series of this. And I'm going to be covering a little bit of movie game, too. A little bit. But a lot of this stuff I'm going to be teaching you guys works for both games. I don't know if there's some differences, but... I don't know how to do everything of movie game yet. So I don't know how to... I haven't done ring challenges yet. I'm not saying they're hard. I have not even done them yet. I haven't done them yet. I do want to get into that. How to make custom guitar challenges at some point. I've not even covered that myself. I've not even tried that. I haven't even tried to do it yet. I don't know if it's easy or hard. I've not attempted yet. I do want to do a custom guitar challenge though at some point. If I figure out how to do it. If I ever do cover it myself, I'll make a video on it if it's not a pain in the butt to do. But obviously some stuff, I haven't done some stuff in a while. Later in the Total series, there's a certain thing I have not done in like a while, so I might have to think, I might have to cut and kind of remember certain things. But, because I haven't done, there's some things I haven't done in a while. One specific thing. It's custom characters, missions, where you make, like the text, you finish the mission, like, I'll explain. I think it's pretty easy. I think I remember how to do it. It's been a while since I've done it, so. If I forgot how to do that step, I can look up Tech C's video on that, because he made a video on that, so I can refresh myself with that. But I think I know how to do it, though. But anyway, so you click save, and then you go to your you have to make sure you save both. You got to save both of them, though. And you click save again. So save them both. And now it's saved. So I can open up the Dolphin emulator and actually... Now I can open up Dolphin and run the mod, so before we do that, though, we're going to do this, because I know the microphone's going to overpower... Oh, Dolphin's not even... Oh, my God. Because the music's going to overpower everything, so, I'm going to open up... My game's in here. Yeah, BFBB modding 1. Hopefully I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, I'm talking over everything, so hopefully I didn't put anything in the wrong spot. I don't think I did. In the game, I'm talking about the level. I don't think I did. I'm gonna turn this off, mute this, because I don't want to. I just don't want to. I want to just talk over this, so I don't. You don't. I'm just gonna mute this for now. Just because I just want to talk. I don't know if it's gonna overpower it. I can just lower it. I think I'll just lower it for now. I'm just gonna mute it. It says it's muted, right? Yeah, unmute this. I'm not unmute. Okay, good. So there we go. So now you're gonna open up your game and you can load your save file, but your save file might not work with added stuff. You have usually to start a new game for your mods to work. So I just load a new game. Oh yeah, we have to cover something before we end the video. Actually, we do got to cover one more thing. sb.ini. Okay, we'll cover that before we end the video. I gotta show you guys how to. I'm not gonna cover. I'll talk once we show you. Let's just see if this works. Should be fine though. I mean, I didn't do much, but I was talking, so I hope I didn't put something in the wrong spot. I don't think I did though, because if you do one little thing incorrectly, yeah, the game might just not work. So you have to be careful of that. So go to the level we changed, which is Jellyfish Fields 1. And there it loaded, and there's all the custom stuff we added. As you see, we have our floating things up there. Little staircase up there. Shit, can you please die? Okay. I don't know if you need to disable the Hans. This might be too high for you. Like, this might be too high. Hans will probably grab you from there, but you can disable them with cheat codes, so I'd have them off. But, okay. It's probably too high. I think it's too high. But we have a box, so we can just do this. Anyway, it's very hard to judge how high something is till you go in the game, but yeah, we get this little challenge. You can go. You gotta jump on all these things. There's a sock on one of them, and there's also a spatula. I think there's a sock. But this is high up, bro. Here it is. There's a sock. And here's our spatula. There we go. Cool. Yeah, see, with Industrial Perk, guys, you can even do something like this. You can make a very minor little thing. Yep. But then we're gonna be covering a lot of things, yeah. But yeah, you can use the existing game, make your own little challenges alongside the levels that you see right here, or look high up where. Or you can make a custom map entirely and start from the beginning, which I will maybe not cover that part because I don't use Blender to make custom models. I'm going to have to learn that myself before I even cover it. But I might cover it though, but no, I'm not covering that yet. I probably won't cover custom levels right now. If you're wondering why I made a custom map, my custom map, I'm using the textures from BFBB Mix, the models. I just import those. And I grab those text, those blocks, and those things that were used, and use them for my mod. That's how I did it for my custom map, and I did my own stuff. The Ferris wheel was I grabbed the Ferris wheel. I grabbed what was it? The Goo Lagoon spinny cup ride. I grabbed that from actual Goo Lagoon, the actual Goo Lagoon level, the normal game. You saw that in like a couple years ago. Remember I showed you guys how I imported the whole carnival thing, the carnival spinny cup ride. I put it in Jellyfish Fields 1. Remember I put it way over there. Remember, if you guys watched that video, I put it on top of that little island there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now you can get back down. But yeah, can I just do this? I should do a little challenge at some point when I make mods where you have to like bounce on all these things and grab all the shiny objects before the time runs out. There's a lot of cool things you can do with mods. I like this camera angle too. It's easy. But can I get to here from here? Oh shit. Don't crash the game, please. Now this level already has a lot of shit in it. This level already has like 160. Okay, I made a mod. I made a Tiki Smash mod. Break the I made a Tiki Spatula mod, like Crash Bandicoot, where you break all the crates to get the gem at the end of the level. I made a mod a months ago, before Christmas, a month ago, where you have to break all the Jellyfish Field's tikis. No, I have it. I should make a video showing you what I did, but you have to break all the tikis in the level. I didn't add my own tikis, guys. I just use all the tikis that are in the level. And there's like a shit ton in this level. This level, Jellyfish Fields has a lot of stuff in the level. A lot of things in the level, so yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So this level you can't just go crazy. If you want to add an extra bunch of your game might crash because this level has a lot of stuff already in it. You have to remove stuff that's already in the level. You want to add stuff, a lot of extra stuff. So where's that Tiki, that lonely Tiki? Here it is. We moved him away from these guys, so that worked. So there we go. So before we end the video, we're going to show you guys how to warp to this level without having to... Yeah, you guys don't have to open up the main menu to watch the start screen. Oh yeah, Captain, I can't, all that, and blah blah. Press the start button, skip the opening cutscene, go to the pineapple, leave the guild, blah blah blah. So I'm going to show you guys how to skip that shit. So, we modded, Jellyfish Fields 1, which is the hip and hop file. So what you do, guys, is you open up your game files. What you do, go back now. And then you go to, there's a file here, guys. It's called, where is it? Oh, God, oh, yeah, I have file extensions on, so now you see INI. I didn't have file extensions enabled, so that doesn't, because people say look for sb.ini. Well, if the damn is the INI, I didn't have that enabled, the extensions on. I have extensions enabled now. So, by the way, if you don't have extensions enabled on your computer, you're not gonna, if you do associate hip and hop files, guys, you won't see the hip names on here, or the hop names. It will be, you have to turn those on afterwards. Yeah, so go here, open this, and this is a lot of stuff. This has a crap ton of things. There's throw fruits, there's cameras in here, there's shiny object values, there's quite a few things in here, guys. But I'm not focusing too much on this file for modding. I like using Industrial Part itself to do a lot more cool things. But for now, we're gonna change the boot level. Boot. Select the boot level. See, boot. Hip file. I'm gonna pick boot. See, right now it's set to HBOO. HBOO is the opening cutscene. SpongeBob Patrick play with the robots, and they wish for robots to become the next day, and Plankton makes the Duplicatortron not obey. The opening of the game. So what you do, guys, is you click. Make sure you turn cap locks on. See, it's capitalized. This is capitalized. Make sure it's on. Turn your cap locks on. And I'm going to put on the level we were in. So we were in JF01. So type in whatever your level, if you did the same level in if you did the same thing, or whatever level you picked for the video, the level you want to do, you do it with, you type in, okay? So JF01. And it's actually, it's not, you have to put an actual 0. If you put an it won't work. You have to put you have to actually put a 0 on here. Just for not actual O, okay? Yeah, so JF01. And make sure it's capitalized, JF01. We did save, I think. I think we did. I hope we did. Just quickly open this. See if it worked. Come on, open. Oh yeah, we don't have main menu. Oh yeah, show main menu needs to be off too. Wait one sec. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so I forgot to turn off show menu on boot. So what you do is you go back to the game, your files, go back to sb.ini, or if you don't have file, if you do not have file extensions enabled, and I will say this, you're not gonna see you won't see the ini. You just see sb. You won't see .ini. You might see the dot. I don't know about the ini part. You won't see that part though. Okay, so it says boot menu. Okay, right here, guys, it's gonna say show menu on boot. This right here, show menu on boot. All you do, guys, if you don't want to see the menu, you just want to go right to your level you picked, just to boot the game in. This will skip right to it if you turn this off, menu on boot. So menu on boot, turn this to 0. 0. Put a 0 there, and now this is gonna skip the opening cinematics, I think. Yeah, it will skip the start screen. It will skip loading your file, or yeah, it goes right to your game, right to the game. No bullcrap, like right to the game. So I'm gonna sit through a bunch of stuff. So good news for us. It's good news for everyone, I guess. So let's just open it quickly and we'll have to sit through all this stuff. So I'm really happy to make this tutorial series. I'm really happy about this. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a lot of fun actually for me. I hope you guys enjoy this series because I'm gonna enjoy making it. So did it work? Did it work? Yeah, it did. Okay, so there's our level and there's the stuff. It worked. So that's gonna end it for part 1. It was a long part, yeah, because we had to show you guys how to set it up, what version of the editor I use, a lot of stuff. And we didn't do much yet. We just added a little. I just showed you what you can do with the program, little basic things, move something, copy, duplicate, that kind of stuff. So in part 2, we're gonna cover. We're gonna be covering something else. I'm not gonna spoil it until we get to it. So I think you guys. Well, you guys are gonna see it tonight anyway. Probably. I'm making part 2 right now today anyway. I might make one video per day for the most part, because we're gonna get further in the series. We have to do more things. These early videos are gonna be short stuff, but as we go, we're gonna start doing more and more things per video. Like we're gonna get more into things with this. So, excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna get more into more advanced things as we go along. But I'm gonna make these videos. This program, it might, to people that, for me, when I first started using Industrial Park, it might look kind of weird, it might hard, but it's actually pretty good to use. It's a fun program, so it's not too hard. So, yep, I'm glad I made part 1. I hope you enjoyed part 1, and I'll be back for part 2. Bye. Thanks for watching, guys.